Before Rachel had finished speaking, they arrived in fairyland in a swirl of magical sparkles. They looked around and saw that they were in the garden of the fairyland palace. The lawn was dotted with picnic blankets and chairs, where lots of fairies were sitting. They were all facing a little stage, complete with red velvet curtains. Mimi led Rachel and Kirsty to stand in the left wing of the stage, as she just as Showtime fairies ran onto the stage from the right. "Welcome to the Fairyland Funny Show," cried Isla, the Ice Star Fairy. "We are so excited to present." Whoops! She squealed as she stepped on a banana peel and stuttered across the stage. Madison, the Magic Show Fairy, grabbed the microphone as Isla slid past. "We've got jokes, sketches, and tricks," she announced, "but don't worry, I'm sure the whole show will go according to plan." Ooh. The microphone jumped out of her hand as if it were as slippery as soap. Rachel and Kirsty spluttered with laughter, especially because Isla was still sliding around on the banana peel behind Madison. One by one, the Showtime fairies started to do cartwheels across the stage, but their legs got tangled until they all ended up in one great big cartwheel made of 7 fairies. It spun into the air and then twirled downward and landed with all the fairies upside down. The fairies flipped over backward and bowed with their backs to the audience. Rachel and Kirsty howled with laughter and clapped until their hands were sore. But none of the fairies on the grass so much as smiled. "No one's laughing," shouted a rough voice. "You're not funny." Everyone looked around, trying to see who was shouting. Then a movement above a stage caught Rachel's eyes. She gasped as she saw a huge frosted blue glitter ball coming down slowly, held by a thick chain. It was decorated with golden smiling faces. 2 goblins were standing on top of the ball, clinging to the chain and wearing enormous foam feathers. One said, "Jack Frost is so funny," and the other said, "I can't stop laughing." The goblins were giggling hysterically, their cheeks pink and their eyes wet with tears of laughter. "I'll show you what's funny," the rough voice went on. As the glitter ball touched the stage, it opened to reveal Jack Frost. He stepped out of the ball dressed in sparkly ice blue cape and an enormous sparkly blue top hat. "It's me," he announced. To Rachel and Kirsty's amazement, the audience roared with laughter. Mimi drew in her breath sharply. "Look what's around his neck," she exclaimed. "My magical smiley face pendant." Jack Frost strutted across the stage, but his hand put his hand on his hips and glared at the watching fairies. "Knock knock," he bellowed. "Who's there?" They replied. "Fairy," said Jack Frost. "Fairy who?" the audience chanted. "Fairy pleased to meet you," he shouted. Again the fairies squealed with laughter, clutching their sides and rolling around on the grass. "How many fairies does it take to screw the light bulb?" Jack Frost demanded. "3. One to screw it in, one to cast a pointless spell on it, and one to flutter around being annoying." The fairies were crying tears of laughter now. Jack Frost was on a roll. "What do you call a fairy who always agreeing with you?" "Fair enough, get it?" "These jokes aren't even funny," said Kirsty. "How can the other fairies think they're so funny?" "It's because he's wearing the magical pendant," Mimi replied in a whisper. "As long as he has it, every time he tries to be funny, people will laugh. The only reason I'm not laughing is because the pendant belongs to me. It can't be used to trick me." Why did the fairy trust the road? Jack called out. Because the silly thing forgot she could fly. The laughter was deafening, and a smug grin had appeared on Jack Frost's face. "We have to get the pendant back now," said Rachel. "I can't bear to hear our friends laughing at these mean, unfunny jokes." Suddenly, Kirsty grabbed Rachel's arm in excitement. "I have an idea.